All right, time now is 8:04 a.m. in the morning on frigging June 19th. Yes, so it's Father's Day, and last night I actually said Father's Day in my family WhatsApp group to my dad. That happened. Yes. So I had not a very good sleep at all. I went to bed at 3:40 something. So I didn't immediately fall asleep. So let's just assume I fell asleep at 3:50 something. And then at around 5:20, I woke up. I don't know why. I just woke up and my first thought was I don't know, something about like I thought I slept overtime somehow. Like somehow my sleep was split into a few parts and I slept overtime and something like that. But but then I realized, right, if I slept overtime, the alarm would have rang. So it turns out it's because of the heat, because of the air conditioning. So I went outside in my pajamas to turn on the air conditioner, or turn the air conditioner from automatic to, you know, manual on. And then at 8 a.m. I woke up again because of the alarm. 7:55 actually. So that is a bit less than 4 hours if you include the gap in the middle. So that's that. Plus the fact that I'm gonna wake up early again tomorrow morning because of the well. Yikes. Yeah, there's that. Um, yeah, nothing else. I think, yeah, today's gonna be a pretty regular day. I'm gonna go to the church, and I need to finish rewriting my second script, my second draft, and I'm gonna immediately tell Christian about it. Whether or not I actually am kind of finished with my second draft because last night I made the moderations. But regardless or not, if I make a third draft or not, I'm gonna send it to Christian and I'm gonna have him, ready his crew so that we can arrange a time and date and stuff like that. Um, and um, yeah, I have some videos to do for YouTube. And yeah, I don't talk about this often, but I think a whole ass year ago on Twitter. So um, I've been using Twitter for a long time, but it wasn't until like a couple years ago, or a year ago, when some of my YouTube subscribers also follow me on Twitter, and so one of my faithful followers follow me on Twitter and speak to me from time to time. And is also a Hong Konger. And there's this whole network of Hong Kong Twitter users as well. And the person who seems to be the most popular among Hong Kong Twitter is this woman um, who likes to post pictures of cats and who likes to post jokes and who's also like very much politically aligned with me and that other faithful subscriber, which is awesome because not only is it pro democracy, but it also is more left leaning, And she's kind of popular, and I follow her, and she she has more followers. She follows more accounts than followers. So I thought she would follow me back, but no. Until like a week ago when she suddenly followed me back. That's really cool. And I feel like that's also kind of happened in Letterbox, except it's a different user, but the person who's the most popular out of Hong Kong's tiny letterbox community is also a girl, and she followed me like a few months ago, which is awesome. But I recently found out that she herself has a YouTube channel, and it's not a huge channel or anything. It's just small, and it doesn't really post much. But like, she's got short films too. I don't know. It's interesting. All right, time now is 4:29 p.m. So I came back home at around 3 p.m. and all right, so chronological. I woke up super early. Went to the church. The teacher drove me there. Kelly's not in the car, but she showed up later. Went to church, and even though I had enough sleep yesterday, I apparently didn't have enough sleep this morning in order to survive the sermon. I fell asleep like 3 times, or almost fell asleep 3 times in the middle, but near the end, in the second half of the church sermon, I was kind of awake. I tried my best. And then we went to Sunday school. So at the very end of the sermon, so for some reason today, not a lot of people showed up for the sermon. Not a lot of people that I know of showed up in the sermon. But somebody behind me tapped me on the shoulder, or didn't even tap me. He was like, "Hey, are you Enoch?" And I'm like, "No." He said, "Hey, are you Eno?" And I said, "No, it's Enoch." And he said, "Oh, you must be Jonah's friend. So I and Jonah are going to film this music video thing for the church on June 28th. Are you interested in joining? I heard you're studying film too." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sure, So there's that. And then yeah, anyways, the people I know of finally showed up. We went to the Sunday school, and it was boring as hell, and I once again almost fell asleep during Sunday school because it was so boring. It was so boring. We were watching, not only were we watching a Zoom meeting, but the Zoom meeting itself is actually a screen share of a video, of a pre-recorded video, of a PowerPoint and a webcam. So the whole thing is very freaking boring. Even though the topics are supposed to be interesting, it's about archaeology, it's still very freaking boring. And afterwards, me, Kelly, the glasses guy, the other glasses guy, and someone else, a son of a pastor, went to have lunch together at the Garden Cafe, which is a place I've been to once earlier in late January, I think. So we went there again, and I ordered chicken, a chicken thigh with chicken breast. I think it was a chicken thigh. I don't know. Gai pa, chicken steak, chicken fillet, tomato rice with a milk tea, and for some reason it's so filling. I couldn't even finish all the rice. I ate all the chicken though, because I can't waste all those calories and money. I need to eat them all. But I was extremely full. So the pastor's son showed up, and apparently this is his first time in a long time since he went back to the church, because he studies in Minnesota. And he apparently, because I wanted actors for my short film, and I asked Jonah if he knows anyone who can potentially play my protagonist, Jonah recommended the pastor's son to me. Except he has no acting experience at all. The only reason why Jonah found him is because he sort of matches my description of, guy who can speak Cantonese and English, who is about my age, even though he's probably 3-4 years older than me, maybe even 5. Yeah, we had lunch together, and it's fine. I socialized a bit. There were a few moments in the beginning where I feel kind of left out because Kelly and the other 2 glasses guys would speak in a very hushed tone personal speak, and I respect that. But I still feel a little left out. But it's a-okay because a little later I socialized and it was all okay. It was fine, and I had fun. But I was extremely full, and so one of the glasses guy, the skateboard accident dude, he drove me back home. And after I came back home, it was around 3 p.m. and I'm so full. I'm like, okay, I have to, you know, even though I planned to do album reviews and whatnot, I can't. So screw it. Went to the bathroom, took a shower as well. And also, I don't know what the fuck happened. Maybe while I was reading the menu at the restaurant, like the paper menu, I cut myself accidentally at the right hand eating finger. And you can't see it now because I just took a shower and washed my hands, and so the blood is washed away. But I cut myself here. Right at the tip top of my thumbnail right here. So another cut, yes. So now I have a cut on my right hand eating finger and a cut on my left hand eating finger, which is, by the way, healing. It's a scab now. I don't know how am I going to show y'all. It's healing, so that's good. And I'm also very sleepy, so you know what? Screw it. I'm in my pajamas right now. I'm just going to go to bed for like an hour or maybe even less. It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm so full. I don't know why. I feel like my stomach has shrunken, you know? Like, ever since I came to LA, my body has evolved a little bit. Or not evolved, that's too dramatic. More like adapted. Because I eat so little, my stomach size, my appetite has shrunken. So I get full real easily nowadays. So nowadays, when I try to force myself to eat more, I end up getting full very freaking easily. So yesterday I ate a lot of food. The pad thai for lunch and the double beef patty for dinner, very filling. And then the chicken rice today, of course, that is like a lot of food. So I just get full really easily, and this is what's happening. So yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go to bed. I want this to heal ASAP, and I want to sleep earlier tonight so that tomorrow morning I can wake up kind of early and go to the well. And I hope the Japanese girls, shows up next week or next week. Yeah, JT was like, JT WhatsApped me and was like, oh, by the way, when are you leaving? And I said July 15th. And I said, how about you? And she said, oh, 2 days later. So I'm going to ask her stuff about what to do. In other news, I DM'd Christian on Discord asking him if he's interested to be my producer. And he's like, sure, why not? Do you have a script now? And I'm like, yeah, I'll send you later. So I'll send him later. So that's cool. And that's it. Time now is 6:22. I woke up. I didn't even fall asleep. I just laid on my bed for a whole ass hour. Fuck, I feel so bad. I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like I want to throw up. I don't know why. I'm just like, and I'm thinking about what to make for dinner right now, which is gonna be pork chop, rice. I just can't think, man. Just the thought of food makes me want to throw up. I don't know why. Maybe I've had too much food in the last few days, but I don't want to eat. I just want to skip dinner tonight. I just don't want to eat. I'm so full. It's unbelievable. I don't feel good at all. I feel like my stomach is about to burst. Even though I've already gone to the bathroom and slept, technically. Even though I didn't even fall asleep. But here we go. Fuck. Alright, time now is 10:19 p.m. I'm just gonna wrap it up today. I feel better now, but I still feel pretty bad. I'm still hurting, by the way. I love my life. So I don't feel really hungry, but it's not really a matter of hunger. Me feeling bloated is just me feeling sick for some reason. But it's not really hunger. Like, I still kind of wanted to eat food. So at around 8:30, I cooked myself pork chop, cabbage, and onion and garlic fry and rice, 300 milliliters of rice, and I finished all the kimchi. And that's that simple dinner, nothing all that fancy. In fact, instead of eating food, I just want to drink something. But yeah, anyways, that's it. And Jared said hi to me. No, he didn't say hi. He waved at me. That's really weird. Usually people would vocally say hi instead of waving. Another funny thing I forgot to mention is that a couple days ago at the well, when we're like order 69, when Guangzhou said order 69, a whole group of people, like maybe university students, they're like nice, and then Guangzhou also like said nice, and they all laughed, and I also laughed because I get the joke, I get it, okay. Uh, but there's that. No. But anyways, ouch. Anyways, nothing all that important happened today. I feel a little dizzy right now, actually, and I don't know if it's because I'm sick, like maybe I got fever or something. Oh shit, what if that's true? What if I do have fever? What if whatever Cindy's sick with a couple days ago has now been passed on to me? That would be incredibly unfortunate. Fuck. But yeah, I feel kind of sick and I don't really want to eat food now. Not really all that great. I don't know. Anyways, one thing I'd like to say about today morning or today's church section is a couple more things. So, this guy, the pastor's son, who's maybe 4 or 5 years older than me, he's actually very extroverted. I told Jonah I wanted someone who's kind of introverted and kind of like lonesome, and he's kind of like not that. And he also told me he has no acting experience at all. And he's kind of extroverted, he talks a lot, and he's very like upbeat. And the way he speaks, he talks about random shit. Like he would notice something and he's like, oh, that thing, without reading a lot of social cues. Like when I do that, when I notice something and I want to talk about it, I would think first, oh, is this the right moment to talk about it? Like if I see something weird happening in front of me, but the conversation is kind of deadly serious, like I wouldn't just bring that up, or not deadly serious, but if there's already a joke going around and I suddenly add in another random joke, it's just kind of ruins the moment. But he doesn't care. And he also said he can read colors. Like after having a slight conversation with people, he can read colors. So I asked him, okay, what's this person's color? So he said Kelly's orange, and the glasses guy is blue/green. The skateboard accident guy is blue, and then at the end I asked him what's my color, and he said blue as well. But yeah, he's easy to converse with, I guess. And then I asked for his number and his Instagram, and he has nothing to post in his Instagram. And he said, I only have Instagram for the sake of having Instagram, for people to ask me about it, but I don't even use it. So I'm like, haha, yeah. There's that. But yeah, I don't got much else to talk about. Nothing important happened today, not really. I did before I had dinner, I did DM Hannah on Instagram asking her like because she posted so Hannah doesn't have any shifts last week, like this week or next week for some reason. And I'm like, okay, maybe she quit. Either she couldn't do it or she quit or she just went on to some holiday or something because it's summer holiday. So I have her Instagram and I saw one of her Instagram stories. She's having like this meal in Culver City. So she's not on a holiday. She's not in somewhere else different. So I DM'd her like, hey, you didn't come to work last Friday? Like, did the boss change your shifts or something? Laughing emoji. And she replied very swiftly, very fast. Oh, she said, hey, no, I just couldn't work in these 2 weeks, but I will return in the first week of July. I'll see you next week, with exclamation marks. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, see you next week. And then I'm like, I mean next week, haha. So there's that. And then shortly after, while cooking my dinner, the Chinese boss lady, she changed my schedule. She changed my schedule next week to it was originally 3 days, right? Monday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday night. And then it has changed to Monday morning and Thursday morning only. Now, this does not affect me meeting Hana or not, because she won't even show up next week. But if this Monday and Thursday thing is permanent and I have to go every Monday morning and Thursday morning now, this means I may never be able to see Hana ever again in my freaking life, because Hana's shift is Friday night, which is kind of sad. And I think no matter how the shift schedules are tweaked, I and Hana will not be put together, because I feel like the Chinese boss lady wants, when Hana joined the well, there's one more staff at that time period, which means that it needs one less staff, one fewer. So I moved away. So when Hana left, aka just the week before, last Friday, a couple of days ago, I had to go for her to replace her. That's why I went on Friday night last week. Even though originally the idea is I will go on Friday morning, not night. But because Hana decided to leave, and I'm not going to ask her why, and I don't think it matters all that much, but my shift has changed. And then this there's a newcomer, new Chinese lady who's apparently a classmate of the Chinese boss ladies. And because she's here now, I also don't have to work next Friday night. So there's a huge chance that I'll never even see Hana ever again in my life. So, in other words, I'm so fucking clever. Because the last time I saw Hana, I asked for her Instagram. And that is literally possibly the last time. And I did it. If I was a coward last time I see her, it would be stupid, you know? But no, I made it. I fucking made it. I'm so lucky. But also I feel like another reason why the Chinese boss lady is changing my shift schedule is because she low-key doesn't want me and Hana to talk to each other, because we're both young teenagers, you know, who of the opposite sex. I don't know, it's a work environment, so maybe she doesn't really care about that, or maybe she does. I genuinely don't know. Okay? I genuinely don't know. But for now, I think that is that. So I have her Instagram, it's all good. It's all good. Not all good. I would definitely like it more if I do see her physically. But even if we don't, it's gonna be a shame. I can still talk to her on Instagram from time to time, even though it literally makes, like, it means nothing anymore, you know? But yeah, that's that. So, for the rest of today, man, that dinner I just had, it's miserable. This has got to be one of the worst dinner experiences I've had. The food is fine, and when Cindy came back home, halfway through my cooking session, she brought her boyfriend, who's a upbeat black guy with an African accent. And he said, "Ooh, I smell something yummy." And then Cindy said, "Oh yeah, it's that loco shit, that Enoch." And I didn't respond because I don't really know what she's saying. Right, but I cooked the dinner, and again, my appetite, something's weird with my appetite today. And at the end, I finished all the pork chop and the cabbage and the onions, and I still have a couple of spoons of rice. So I just started eating white rice. It is so bland, and I eat one spoon and I stop for like 3 minutes, and I feel so bad. So yeah, I don't feel very great. But yeah, anyways, for the rest of the day, I'm going to be watching an episode of Stranger Things. I'm going to finish watching Drifting, which I watched the first half of half a year ago. I'm going to send Christian my script. I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to ask JT some questions about going back to Hong Kong. And that's pretty much it, man. Anyways, let's get back to our main topics. Levels 2, 4, 5. I think I'm doing quite well on level 4. In fact, I feel like I'm getting fat again. I look at my own belly, and I feel like I'm gaining weight again. I really am. And level 5 is doing fine. I'm making my short film, writing my second draft, and Christian wants to be my producer. It's A-okay. I'm doing it. And I'm finding actors, man. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Level 2 is the real deal. So I don't know if I have traumatized Pepper or not with the deep talk I had with her a couple days ago. I hope I hadn't. But I hope I lasted a strong impression on her regardless. Come to think of it, it's weird. I could have sworn Jorge and Pepper are dating. Okay? I could have sworn. Like, they say I love you to each other on Instagram. And even if they're just trolling, why is Pepper wearing a heart necklace? Who bought her that? That Taiwanese girl could have bought her that, but she could have bought any other necklace. Why does it have to be a heart, Like, come on. I don't know, man. But according to Kevin, Jorge and Pepper are not dating, so I'm just going to believe him. Because if anyone I know knows Jorge, it would be Kevin. Literally his roommate. Kevin kind of looks a little bit like Keith. A little bit. Ugh. No, but anyways, level 2. So, I guess as far as my friend pathway goes, I don't know about Christian, the Film 40 gang. I want to join. I'm kind of in it already, which is insane, by the way. But I don't know when will they be like, okay, let's hang out. I'm still waiting. I got the church folk. Okay, so there's this awkward thing because the church is going to organize a camp, right? A camp activity from July 8th to 11th. And throughout the day, and I don't want to join. I've thought about joining, but then after I learned that I have to go back to Hong Kong, I decided, you know what, maybe it's a bad idea. Because then I want to join because I want to have something to do. But what if, right? What if near the end, when I had to leave, maybe say early July, and I still haven't packed. I've been procrastinating, and there's still short film stuff that I haven't done. Then it's like, oh my god, I need to start doing things. And then I realized that I signed up for this camp, and I'm like, oh my god, why did I sign up for this thing? I don't want to regret, so I won't go. But apparently today I had to explain multiple times why I'm not joining the camp. And then somebody said I can actually leave halfway. I don't know how that works. I don't know. That made me kind of want to go, but also no. I don't know. Anyways. And I don't want to waste too much money, Even though the camp isn't even that expensive. It's just $190 US. Also, that Aoba Ichiko concert, last I checked was $90-something per ticket. Today, when I checked, it's $270-something. Jesus. So there's that. Okay, anyways, pathways. So there's Pepper, but I highly doubt Pepper will lead me any closer to EAS. And I feel like I've overestimated Pepper's world. I feel like Pepper only has three groups of friends, And the main group is literally just Jorge, the Taiwanese girl, and the other girls she lived with in K-Town. I feel like that's that. And I'm kind of in it just a little bit, in a sense that I know Pepper. I've seen the Taiwanese girl by accident in real life. I've spoken to Jorge on Instagram, and I've seen Kevin. But yeah. But yeah, okay, so I got Aika, the Japanese girl. I still plan to DM her, but that's no rush. I got the Film 40 gang. I got, I don't know. I hope Hong Kong Student Association does something. There are a couple Hong Kongers I found their Instagram that apparently Pepper also follow, and it's so fucking weird. It's like, okay, so Pepper follows a lot of accounts, and then some accounts Pepper follow, Potter follows too, and some accounts Potter follow, JT follows too, and some account Pepper follows, Diana follows too, and Diana follows some accounts that the other Japanese guy Yuto also follows, who follows me. So again, it's all somehow connected. You know, I don't know, but again, Aika, the Japanese girl, there's Film 40. I mean, all this will be pointless when I go to UCLA anyways, if I do. But, you know, still a good place to start, I guess. My thoughts are so disheveled right now. I guess I'm kind of sick. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. No freaking way. No freaking way. Okay. 0. Okay. Oh! No! No way. Okay, let's do it again. No fucking way, dude. Holy crap. This is amazing. This is amazing. Alright, time now is 10:08 a.m. in the morning on June 20th. Yeah, I tried to fall asleep at 3:20 something, but I just couldn't fall asleep for like half an hour, or at least maybe 15 minutes. And then I woke up at 9:50 because of the alarm. So that's about 6 hours, maybe even less. Fuck, I hate working on Mondays. Like, I can do Tuesday, but just let me have a full sleep on Monday, please. But yeah, anyways, a couple of things. Is that delivery? Anyways, a few things. Okay, I had a dream, but it was a very vague dream where I follow my dad around in Hong Kong because I broke something or lost something or something. And Hong Kong is so dystopian and dirty and dusty and depressing when I went back. I think that's because of the movie I watched last night. But yeah, I realized, okay, so again, last night before I went to bed, I actually weighed myself, and I'm at 127.3 pounds, which is amazing. I'm reaching my goal. My efforts are actually causing a result, you know? Me eating intensely for the last 2 weeks has yielded a good result. I gained 5 more pounds. Technically not really 5 because my weight fluctuates, but I just went from 122 to 127 in like 2 weeks. So that is just amazing, if you ask me. That is just amazing. Or 3 weeks, I guess. But yeah, that's amazing and scary at the same time. I dropped 13 pounds and I'm gaining 5 back. It's just back and forth. Oh, I haven't asked JT about what to do when I leave LA. Okay, but the huge issue at hand is that I just realized that I have only about 14 days, 14 to 15 days to finish making my movie, a short film. That's 2 weeks. Fuck. Because it's already late June. It's already June 20th. And I need to do it before the camp because the pastor's son will be joining the camp as well. So I don't have a lot of time left. This is going to be a really, really close one. I'm going to have to make sure I do something about this every single day. But yeah, that's that. Also, it's June 20th, so Pepper's gone. Pepper's left LA. I think it's June. She said June 20th, but I don't know if that by that she means like June 20th nighttime or June 20th like early in the morning, midnight. I believe she said midnight. I don't know. So, but yeah, Pepper's gone. And Pepper may not even invite me to go anywhere back in Hong Kong. I wish she does, but I'm not sure. So, I don't know. And then there's Hannah, the Japanese girl, the first generation Japanese girl. I think she's a little more Japanese than I think she is, because in her Instagram posts, sometimes she would also like type in Japanese, which is quite cool. But I don't think I have that much time to like speak and hang out with her anyways, you know? Like I'm gonna be leaving soon because I called my mom last night and my mom started to talk about, oh, you know, when you leave, don't leave your sauces and your bottles, you know, outside. You know, make sure you clear the food. And I said, well, there's still time, you know, I still have stuff to deal with. But turns out I have less than a month and then I'm gonna leave. I have to start packing maybe on July 8th. Right after I finish the short film, I need to start packing. So, yeah. Damn. So I really am running out of time. Like, for real, you know? Oh my god. My wounds are healing, I believe. I don't want to wear any more band-aids because I want to save on some. And that's it for today. I'm gonna not do too much. I'm gonna go to the well at 11 a.m. I don't even know how lunch is gonna work because it's just gonna last from 11 a.m. to like 4 p.m. And then I'm just gonna have a meal. I'm gonna go back home and have a meal. And then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how is this thing going to happen. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go to Ralph's. And I don't know if my roommates still want to watch Top Gun Maverick together. I feel like it's not gonna happen, to be honest. I'm gonna watch myself either tomorrow night or Wednesday night. And then I kind of want to go to that Love After Love screening in early July. And then that's it. And then the rest of my days here, I just need to clear it all so that, you know, so that I could focus on really just doing the short film. I mean, I planned to finish writing the script in April. And I finished my second draft for real yesterday. So, writing really is the worst part. But yeah, I feel like I won't be rewriting it anymore. I think I'll just roll with it, really. And yeah, Christian said he will read it after work, so alright, Christian. I need to set some deadlines for myself. Let's say by the end of this week, I need to have all the cast and crew. And by the end of next week, I need to finish fucking filming it. Oh my god. Okay, so 23rd, I need to have all my cast and crew. And then, by the end of this week, I need to finish the arrangement production. So I will have to go to church next Sunday, I guess. And then yeah, pre-production, arrangement, all the whatever, all the scheduling and whatever, whatnot, and then the filming, and then with the post-production, I have all the time. I can, when I quarantine for 7 days, I'm just gonna be not doing anything but sleeping, watching movies and listening to music, editing, and that's it. I'm also probably going to download a couple movies, because I may not be able to watch them. Maybe the Wi-Fi would be shit. I don't know. At least not as shit as it is in LA, I guess. Alright, time now is 11:06. Let's go to the well. It's so freaking extremely hot and shiny. Alright, time now is 5:18 p.m. on June 20th. I'm back at my own apartment, yay. So, yeah, let's talk about today. I went to the well, and at first I arrived like 15 minutes early, and I saw the sign that says closed, but I thought maybe, like that's why I'm here, right, to open it. But then I didn't see anyone inside, so I just stood aside and waited a little bit, and then I tried again, and fuck you, I have... Right, so, a couple minutes later, I went to the well again, went to the front door of the well. Alright, there's people in it, alright, let's go. So Guangzhou is in it, and then he left. So I was just standing there not really knowing what to do, and I'm really fucking tired, I'm really sleepy, I really just want to sleep. But yeah, I started doing things, and then at some point the Chinese boss lady showed up, and once again, I'm being scrated and paraded. You know, she saw me cutting the wood, and she's like, "No, why? You need to be attentive. You've been here for such a long time. Blah 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 blah." Clearly she's in a really bad mood. And there's also one Chinese guy, a northern Chinese guy. I can tell because of his accent. And he didn't clean the spoons enough, so the Chinese boss lady also yelled at him. So it was kind of a mess. And then we have the lunch hours, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. ish, and then people started rushing into the store. And Guangzhou isn't here. Guangzhou is at the well next door. It was just me, the Chinese boss lady, and the Chinese guy. So I tried it, I started to really try hard. I started to really go really fast, make this, do that, do this, bim, bam, boom, bam, bing, bam, boom, bam, bing, bam, boom, bam, bing, And at that point, the Chinese boss lady seems to have goodden her mood a little more. And she's like, "Oh, okay, well done. And I'm like, okay. And then my shift ended at 4:20 p.m. And the Chinese boss lady's like, "Oh, you can order food next door. I can refund the money for you." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." So I went back home. I took a bus back home, and it was nice. I don't know why, but I have a pounding headache. I have a headache right now. I don't know if it's because I'm sleepy or is it because I'm truly sick. Because like I said yesterday, I had no appetite at all. I'm tired and I want to throw up and I don't feel so good. I feel sick, but not that sick, So maybe it's a tired thing. Maybe it's a sleep thing. Maybe I just need to sleep. So there's that. At one point in the well, I had to call someone's name, and someone's name is Jungho. So that person ordered twice. So when he first ordered, it was the Chinese boss lady who called his name, and it's like Jungho. And then I saw, okay, maybe it's Korean, maybe it's a Korean name. So I said Chungho, and then he responded. So that's good. But he doesn't look Korean at all. So I don't know. But the Chinese boss lady also talked to me about maybe start working in the mornings because I need you in the mornings. No, I don't want to. I want to sleep. especially on Monday. Given that I have to go to church on Sunday, I don't want to go on Mondays, okay? And I still really want to go on Friday nights, but I guess not. So I don't think I'll ever be able to see Hana in real life in person ever again. Rip. I mean that's to be expected, really, but still trying my best. Apparently, apparently, I don't know. Pepper made an Instagram story where she's basically saying, "Oh, I'm back in Hong Kong now," even though that doesn't even make any sense. It's still June 20th. Um, so yeah, I came back home and I sat down and I took out my beef patty and defrosted it, and I just sat down for like a whole ass hour, or not really a whole ass hour, more like 40 minutes ish. And I ate my granola bar, and I'm not that hungry. Even though I should be hungry, I'm not that hungry, and I have a pounding headache, and I don't feel so good. And that beef patty is still a block of ice, so I'm tired of waiting. So I washed my face and my hair, I changed my clothes, and now I'm back. So that's it. That's it for today. I hope I get the crew members tonight and discuss my short film with Christian as soon as possible, because I'm truly running out of time right now. I truly am. And yeah. All right, my whippersnappers. It is 11:18 p.m. Uh, say it with me. Nothing important happened today. Really nothing important happened at all. Aside from the well, nothing all that important happened. Again, I just feel like there's not much left for me to do. I don't know, it just feels like my world has gone narrower in the last couple of weeks, because I don't know, because the people I want to meet and the places I want to go are just so impossible. They just seem not very possible now. And all in front of me is, now that Pepper's gone, it just feels like something is less about Los Angeles. There's something less about it. And I spoke to JT a little bit. I'm very freaking happy that I and JT still speak to each other, even though not regularly or anything, but she's still nice to me. And I spoke to JT about leaving Hong Kong and what we should do, aside from the PCR test and the the proof for the quarantine hotel. I'm glad we are still speaking to each other and not ignoring each other. On the hot and cold scale, I'd say she's still lukewarm. The chances of me hanging out with her is still, it's not completely zero. And that's a good thing. And that just goes to show how extroverted she is and why she is so successful at making friends. Because she always keeps tabs on people. She's always like, okay, I'm going to make friends with this person, and even though I'm not really interested in this person and this person seems like a dumbass, I'll still keep talking because I'm nice and I have to do it. So that's respectable, I guess. Yeah, I guess a couple more things is that when I finished the dinner today and I came back to my room, it was 10:24, magic number, mwah. And while before okay, so it's so fucking stupid. So a week ago, I took out the trash. I grabbed a plastic bag from the rubbish bin, and I threw it at the trash chute, and I replaced it with another bag, cleared it up. Yay, I've done my job. All right. Okay, so I'm hoping, I'm expecting, I'm anticipating that the next few times, or at least the next time the trash is taken out, it's not done by me, so that it would be, sort of even, even duty, even responsibility. So I do it once, you do it once, my other roommate does it once, and then sort of like, go around, evenly spread out the responsibility. Hell no, nobody's taking out the trash. It's just piling up like a mountain. And I had a cut on my finger here and a cut on my finger there. And I'm sleepy and tired as hell. It would be nice if somebody takes out the trash instead of me. So yesterday I saw that the trash was piling up and I thought to myself, okay, I won't throw it away. Hopefully this morning, when I go out to the well, somebody who uses it, who's throwing something in it, will notice it and will take out the trash. Nobody did. And it's not that nobody noticed it. I mean, certainly Cindy uses the trash. And Jared, he himself took a photo of the trash can and sent it to the WhatsApp group chat saying, I thought we had an agreement of trash reaching the rim of the bin needs to be taken out. Then why don't you yourself take it out then? And I know you've done that many times already, but again, I've got cuts on my fingers. I've done the one last time already. It should be an even responsibility thing, But at the end, I'm like, fuck it. So I did it myself again today. I hope my cuts heal. It's not a huge deal anyways. I'm so happy the trash chute is so near. But yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't think, so Jared, the white guy who's gonna live here, is gonna leave to Toronto in July for work purposes. And straight up like leave this apartment. Like not even temporarily, like straight up goodbye. Like for farewell. And that's like a week from now, basically. A couple weeks. And also mid-July I'll be gone. So at one point Cindy will be here all alone. Except Cindy will be finding another roommate. And so I hope this new roommate... And Cindy said she wants to find another African person. Well, you don't see me trying to get another Asian person living here. But even though that would be nice. And by that I mean East Asian, regardless of East Asian American or born and raised East Asian. Okay? Regardless. In fact, that's what I expected. When I moved into this house, I was expecting, like, another roommate who would also be, East Asian. And there are tons of Chinese people in this building. There are tons of Chinese people and maybe Taiwanese and Japanese in this building. Just not in this apartment. It would probably be a little better. And I'm not trying to sound... Not even xenophobic. What is this word? Racially defensive? But honestly, it wouldn't even matter. Because, the time I had that Japanese man lived in the Airbnb, we didn't even converse all that much. Because he's just quiet and just like me and just as respectful. And it's fine, But anyways, I wanted to talk to my roommates, Cindy and Jared, about watching Top Gun Maverick, but I feel like they don't even care because Jared had watched it already like a couple weeks ago, and Cindy probably doesn't really care about movies because she doesn't even watch them. She seldom watches anything. So I'm just going to watch it myself tomorrow night. And I wanted to converse with them a little more. I feel like they have the notion that I'm just this really outside person who doesn't know anything about the world. But then I leave these hints like, oh yeah, I know what is Breaking Bad. I've seen the whole thing. Oh yeah, this and that and this and that. which implies that I may know more about the world than they think. And I wish I had gone off, I wish they would have mentioned something about Chinese politics and I would just go off on this huge 1 hour long rant, but I just don't have the energy to. It doesn't even matter, really. But when I was about to start cooking dinner, Cindy came back and I cleared the sink, put some dishes in the dishwasher, and I looked at the spatula where the surface is kind of melted, and I looked at it and I smiled. And I don't know why I did that. I guess I just don't have anything good to do. And it was almost like an act of defiance. Like, okay, I don't want to stand here awkwardly, so I'll stare at some spatula. And then instead, Cindy saw me, and Cindy was like, "What's wrong with the spatula?" And Jared's like, "Oh, I see. It's melted." But that's not even the point. That's not even what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to look at a spatula, and not the fact that it's melted, but just looking at it, as an act of defiance almost. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be going to Ralph's and I'll be watching Top Gun Maverick tomorrow, probably. If not, then I'll do it on Wednesday. It's fine. On Thursday we got The Well. I sent my script to Christian and Christian said, "I'm sorry I don't have time to read it. I'll read it tomorrow, but I'm sure I'll be able to find someone depending on the script." So I'm like, "Thanks a lot, man," Whew. Yeah, I also, again, Pepper made an Instagram story of her taking a photo of, like, her plane, like the screen in front of her when she's inside the plane. That says Cathay Pacific, to Hong Kong or something. Or maybe she's somewhere else, I don't know. And I wanted to react to her. I don't want to just look at the story and just ignore it. And then she would see, oh, Enoch saw this story and said nothing. I wanted to keep in touch with her. But then I don't know what to say to her. Like, I wanted to say, 7 more days. But it's like, that's fucking depressing. So I just hearted the story, which is such a feminine thing to do, But maybe she likes it. But maybe she don't. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I'm editing my thoughts update video now. Oh shit. One of my slander meme videos is gonna start soon. So, peace out, babies. Quick update, Canandro here. I don't even need to go to Ralph's tomorrow. Shocking. I did some calculations, and I realized that I have enough food to last tomorrow. I got cup noodle, I could eat that tomorrow. I'm gonna eat the bread, the butter roll thing. One of my butter roll got moldy, unfortunately. Or at least what seems to be the beginning of a patch of mold, because it's blackened. So I tore off half of it, and then I ate the other side. And I know that's bad practice, but I'm pretty sure if the patch of black stuff is really mold and it's sort of growing its roots, it should be pretty young, meaning that it shouldn't be able to reach halfway across the bread. So the bread I ate should be fine, because I'm faster than the mold. I'm a fucking genius. I calculated this, man. I calculated all this. But yeah, I got the bread and peanut butter I can eat tomorrow morning, which I'm not a huge fan of, but who cares. I got cup noodle, and tomorrow night I'll have tortellini, beans, and pork chop. And I'll eat some mochi, and I'll drink something. I'll drink a lemon tea or something. And that's it. That's all. And then I'll go to Ralph's on Wednesday, go to the Well on Thursday. So yeah, Top Gun Maverick, here I come, baby. Alright, time now is 12:15 afternoon on June 21st. Yeah, I don't know, man. I had a good sleep. I slept from 3:30 to um to 11 actually. And then I'm like, okay, hold on. Why did I So I woke up naturally and I'm like, okay, I can't even fall back asleep now. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's already 12 because I always wake up naturally at 12. I checked my phone, turns out it's only 11, so I went back to sleep, but I couldn't fall back asleep. And I think it's because of the temperature. Somebody turned off the air conditioning and it's kind of hot and I just can't fall back asleep anymore because it's not the right temperature. So, yeah, there's that. There's that. Um, I don't know, man. I'm not receiving a lot of response from Christian. Um, I really need to get this done ASAP. By the end of this week, I need to know all the cast and crew. I need to begin pre-production. Like, I'm running out of time so hard right now. I'm gonna just start preparing. In fact, I'm gonna start script lining today. Um, yeah, and Pepper's probably still on the plane. If she had landed and she had seen my Instagram story and not say anything about it, that would be cringe. Also, Kevin made an Instagram story yesterday about how there are some car chases in Sawtell, and I replied in the Instagram story like, haha, that's just 3 streets away from me. Even though I don't have to, but I feel like out of goodwill, I kind of have to, you know? But he didn't respond. So no response all around. I don't know, man. I didn't have much of a dream. I dreamed about something along the lines of the Prime 10, like what happened um, to the HKOS gathering, but Natalie was there. Of course, when I start filming, somebody has to come back home every fucking time. So yeah, I'm not gonna do too much today, really. Gonna be a chill day. Gonna be a chill month. Gonna be a chill time until I return. So aside from short film and packing to leave Hong Kong, to leave LA, um, I'm just gonna clarify what other miscellaneous things there are to do so that I know what to focus on and what not to focus on. So the only few miscellaneous things I would like to do is, aside from going to Ralph's and EGR Market and going to the well and the church, it would be to watch movies in the cinemas. So tonight I'm gonna probably go watch Top Gun Maverick. And then at some point in the future, I'll probably watch Marcel the Shell with the shoes on and Thor Love and Thunder. Probably. And if I don't watch Thor Love and Thunder here, I can watch it back in Hong Kong. That's fine. And then I did speak of a screening of Anne Hur's film. But I'm afraid I won't have the time to go there. I mean, I don't know about my schedule in the following few days, but I just don't think I would have the time. And then one more thing would be In-N-Outs, because I can't go back to Hong Kong and be like, I haven't even tried In-N-Outs yet. I need to try. So, I don't know. I'll just have one day of adventure to In-N-Outs. And then there are other places like the Broad and Getty and Griffith Observatory and all that shit. I won't go any of those places. It doesn't matter. It's not a rush. So that's it. I'm gonna put my full focus on short film. I don't even care much about weight now. Now that I've reached 127, I'll just keep it there. I'll just keep it there. When I go back to Hong Kong, I'll eat tons and I'll gain another 4 or 5 pounds and go back to 132. That's just yeah. Oh, I also need to go to the bank because of the money I made at the well, and also the fact that I have tons of cash on me, which is basically useless in this world. So I'm gonna have to go to Chase and just deposit all that cash, you know. And that's it. That's all. That's all. I hope I see Hana again in the future. I don't even know if I want to work at the well anymore once I come back to LA, to be honest, because it's not very great. I mean, it's a great source of money, but now that I've been doing it for almost 2 months, it is very tiring and it is very tiresome, and I don't gain much from it other than money. You know, there's nothing all that pleasurable about it. Unless I see Hana every week and she seems nice and we develop a friendship of some sorts. Or maybe with Guangzhou, maybe. I don't know, but aside from that, just there's nothing to be gained from the well, man. And then once I come back to LA, I'm gonna have to start doing exercises. I want to look for internships. I want to continuously, aggressively socialize. I still need to say something to that Japanese girl, Aika. And now even one of the people I know from the Prime, one of the Macanese duo, the one who's doing film production major, he also follows Aika. It's all fucking connected. How? I think that's because he's doing this like Asian film festival thing. So that's how he knows Aika, because Aika is somehow affiliated too. But my god, everything's connected. Yeah. I feel like I'm going crazy the same way I've gone crazy back in Form 1 when I made the green list and all these crazy theories, except this time I'm right. And this time I'm realistic about it. And this time it's not really crazy, but more like observant, you know? Yeah, you know, just the connections are insane. That's what this is. If I get to Aika, I'll be another step closer to the center of EAS. And that is just amazing. So, yeah, that's it for today. I don't have to go to Ralph's, so tomorrow Ralph's, Thursday the well, Friday is probably a rest. Saturday rest, Sunday I don't know if I want to go to the church or not. I'll see. Alright, so for some reason there were cleaners, like 3 cleaners outside of our, coming into our apartment. But anyways, today I'm going to be having a 540 calorie big bowl of cup noodle for lunch. This is huge. This huge, right? So I'll cook myself an egg, and let's go. And this is apparently a yakisoba cup noodle, so I have to drain the water, just like I did last time when I had the other cup noodle. And then I put the sauce after I drain the water. Mix it up. Okay, and let's add the egg here. Yep. Okay. There we go. Okay. This is our meal. This is our lunch. 540 calories. All right. Let's drink some water. All right. Let's try it out. very salty, but very tasteful. Japanese yakisoba, soy sauce flavor with black pepper and garlic. Yeah, it makes sense. Definitely does. Alright, it's 4:26 p.m. I'm going to catch the 5:40 screening of Top Gun Maverick. And I know I'm like a whole hour early. And the bus will be very early, but it's better to be early than to be late, you know? And yeah, that's all. That's all. When I had my lunch at the apartment, I thought nobody's there. Apparently Cindy's there. I hope she didn't hear me. Alright, it's 5:27. I made a great decision to come here early because the bus was really slow. The app predicted that the bus will arrive at 5:20, but really it had arrived way later. Also, I tried to use my card on the bus and it didn't work because there's no money in it. Turns out it's because my college semester is over, so my college discount is gone. So now I have to pay cash, or at least pay something every time I take the bus. So that's great. There we go, boom. It went very, very smoothly. That was quick. Only $6.75 because today is discount day. So that's a bargain. Hell yeah. Let's go. Alright, time now is 8:52. I'm back. Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. Went to watch Top Gun Maverick. It's cheap. I come back home and even though it's real late now and I forgot to take out the pork chop, I still had fun. Yeah, so I forgot to take the pork chop out of the freezer, so now it's the block of ice, and I probably need to wait for at least 1.5 hours for it to be defrosted, so I won't be having dinner until a while later. So I should just eat some candy, get changed, wash my face and hair, and then just rest up, maybe. In other news, I have talked to Jonah about the actors. Apparently, so Jonah told me that he found a couple of actors who could be my main character. But actually the couple of actors he speak of is either the pastor's son or the guy who had the skateboarding accident, who definitely cannot act. So yeah, there's that. And I think judging by, I don't know, because apparently he never told the pastor's son about this until a couple days ago on Sunday. So this makes me think he hadn't really done anything for me, which is understandable, by the way, because what I'm going for right now, what I'm doing is so, like, it's so not his problem, and he has problems of his own to deal with. Yeah, I bet he hadn't found the old actor and the other actress yet. But anyways, I went ahead and made my shot list for the short film, and it's 31 shots. And if I can complete 31 shots in one day, I would be a madman, to say the least. I would be a madman. So let's fingers crossed I'm able to complete 31 shots. And I'm already like minimalizing, because there are like 3 dialogue scenes. And for the first 2 scenes, I'm not even going to do any cuts. It's just going to be one take, wide shot. That's it. And for the last one, which is the long one, of course I'm going to do like shot, reverse shot, to make it feel more important. But the first 2 dialogue scenes is just going to be a wide shot whole way through. There's that. So I got the shot list ready, 31 shots plus 2, 31 plus 2, because 2 more shots I'm going to have to film in Hong Kong. And let's hope Christian does something about it. I need to finish all the pre-production planning by the end of June. By the end of June, it should be done. And that gives me about 9 days. 9. 9! Okay? And that includes actors' availability, rehearsal, line reading perhaps. I don't even know how to do the whole thing. Maybe I should form a WhatsApp group or a text group or something. I don't even know. I don't even know at all. How are we going to reverse? Are we going to do location scouting in somewhere this far away? I don't know. Alright, anyways. When I hopped onto the bus today, I tapped my student ID card, as always, and it didn't work. What the fuck? And I thought there's some sort of malfunction, some sort of machine malfunction. I tapped again, it didn't work. And the bus driver said, I couldn't hear what the bus driver's saying. It's mumbly, but I get the gist of it. He basically says, I can't go in. And then I realized, oh, right. My semester is over, and so my card is invalid now. So, that's actually not my college ID card, it's actually my TAP card. So it's over, it's invalid now. So now I need to pay, and thank God, I'm so fucking happy. I'm so happy I have cash in my wallet. So I paid a $1 bill. That's it. I also did the same thing when I went back. So from now on, if I had to take a bus, I need to actually insert money into my tap card. RIP. And yeah, that's all. And then when I came back home, it was quite late already, and small thing, doesn't really matter all that much, but an East Asian woman sat beside me. And back in Hong Kong, I wouldn't think anything of it, but in LA, I would think something of it, because it's like, I've become so much more aware of race here, you know. So there's that. But yeah, overall, it's a nice, it's a nice watch. During the film, somebody to my front and then to my left, like near the screen, constantly coughed. Not constantly, but he coughed like 4 or 5 times, and every time he coughs, the whole theater could hear it. It's so loud, it echoes. And then another woman, like beside him, or maybe near him, was clapping, like at happy moments, which is so annoying. And then, like, there were people, so not a lot of people sat in my row, which is row F, but a lot of people sat at E in front of me and G behind me. And the people at G, they hang their feet on top of the seats. So it's literally like shoes beside me. So, that was, yeah, but it was a good movie. I enjoyed it, And, that's all, really, that's all. Alright, time now is 12:14 after midnight. Let's do a quick day wrapper. First of all, it's hurting again. I don't know why. I'm applying facial cream on it. Hopefully it gets better. But also, I'm having a huge headache. I don't know what's happening to me. I already felt really sick yesterday, I believe. Or a couple days ago, I already felt really sick. But now I have appetite again, but now I feel headache. I don't know why, and it's at the back of my head, right here, at this side, at the left side of my skull, at the back. I don't know what's happening to me. This is bad. I feel like this headache is induced whenever I stand up. And it really actually got worse when I finished my dinner and I stood up from my chair, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? What's this pain? So there you go, headache. I forgot to mention one thing that happened at the well, yesterday, and that is, while opening the well, the Chinese boss lady told me to wipe okay, I mean, I know English is not her native language, but her instructions are so goddamn unclear. So she told me to cut the wood into cubes, small cubes, and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay, so where's the cutting board? And then she's like, no, the tables, the cutting board. So I'm like, okay. So I was gonna start doing it, and she's like, no. Are you not listening to me? Be attentive. You need to wipe it first. And I'm like, oh, okay. And partially it's me being stupid because I know it has to be clean first, but she never told me that. So, fine. So I grabbed a towel and she told me to use a sanitizer and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I wiped it. And then I started cutting. And then she's like, no. What are you doing? Let it dry. It's contaminated. Okay. First of all, that doesn't make any sense. The sanitizing liquid is wiped on the table. You tell me to wait for it to fully dry and then put the wood on it so that it's not contaminated, right? It doesn't make any sense. Because if it's dried, the water evaporates, but the solvent is still on the table. It's the same principle as if you spill coffee on a table and then you're like, oh my god, what should I do? And you just let it sit there and just dry. A week later, you go back. It's not like the coffee had disappeared. The water had disappeared, it's evaporated, but there are still coffee stains because the coffee is still on it. It's just that the water is evaporated. The water of that coffee has evaporated. It doesn't make any sense, but okay, you do you, fine. So I was, starting to do that, and she lectured me on. It's like she went to the wall of the well and she pointed at a sign that's basically a certificate of her name and like a food healthy certificate or something like food health certificate. And she's like, do you have this certificate? Do you have this certificate? You don't, so you don't know what you're talking about. You need to let it dry. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, that was such a bitch ass move. Alright. Anyways, it is June 21st, but it technically is already 22nd. I'm gonna give myself a deadline that by the end of June 26th, June 25th, I would want all my actors known. So Christian read my script, and guess what he said? He said, I'm gonna go to Discord. Alright, that's what he said. He said, dude, I just read your script and it's actually pretty damn good. I don't say that lightly, bro. There's way too many scripts I read that are not great, honestly. That was dope, though. Good job. I don't know if he's being serious or not, because, like I said, I don't take compliments seriously. When people compliment me, I usually think, okay, the first thing I think of is, okay, you've got to be fucking kidding me, right? People criticize me all the time, and I'm kind of used to being criticized at this point. So I don't know how to respond. I said, oh, thanks a lot. That's really reassuring to hear, because back at home, after I write a script, I would give it to my mom and some of her filmmaking friends, but I didn't know if my script would also hold up well in LA where people may have higher standards. Wow! So my mom likes my script. My mom even says, wow, like this script is way better than all your previous scripts because, like, because, like, you've learned, you've grown up. And Christian also likes it. So maybe it's good. Or maybe they're just being nice, but maybe it's good. So that's reassuring. It's just that I may run out of time. I may seriously run out of time. I've done my shot list. Alright. It doesn't matter if I do script lining or not, because I know what I'm going to do. Like, I wrote the shot list myself. Well, I guess my crew needs to know. But I wrote the shot list, very quick, real simple. I'm not even trying to be fancy, okay? I didn't even write, oh, what character, what this, what that, what location. Like, I know it because it's in my head, I just write it out. Real quick, 1 sec. Just shot 1, boom, protagonist looks this way. Shot 2, medium shot of protagonist of this side. And I'm playing it out all in my head, okay? I'm Hitchcocking this. I'm even designing the blocking already. I just need the locations. I already have the locations aside from a couple of them. I'm Hitchcocking this, okay? I'm literally like, they have to stand here and then they have to stand here and then they walk this way. Like it's just, I'm just planning everything already. So I hope that this production goes smoothly because I've never made a short film outside of Hong Kong before, nor have I made a short film involving non-Hong Kongers before. So this is gonna be interesting, and yeah, that is that. So I don't have to watch a movie or a TV show or anything tonight because I already watched 1 hour and 40 minutes of Stranger Things, another 2 hour and something minutes of Top Gun Maverick in a cinema. So I don't need to do that. And yeah, to end off, I just like to say I don't know. It's just again, I just can't wait to go back to Hong Kong because I just have so many stories to tell. Like even small things can mean so much more. Like small interactions between me and some other people. Like even if it's Thomas telling me about his Disney interviews, like it could still be a story of its own, and it would still be more interesting than most of the stuff that had happened to me in 2020 and 2021. Um, and I don't know, looking back at my thoughts update videos, I see my earlier like April videos, not even that long ago, right? April, when I entered this apartment at first and everything felt kind of new, it feels different. But now I'm really settled in this room. Like this room isn't just any room now. It's my room. This is my room now. Okay? It feels me. I've lived here long enough to claim it now. It feels like a room that I would live in now, you know. So that's that. So at some point in April, my life in LA stopped being an adventure. More, it has become more of a slow burning psychological drama, especially until mid-May, and then it just get started to get boring. But I guess now it's starting to get slightly interesting again. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope Pepper invites me somewhere. I know I say this all the time, but is Pepper single, or is there a boyfriend waiting for her back in Hong Kong? I wouldn't really care, honestly.